Welcome back to the weekly recap. I'm Matt Wacker. Dr. Christopher Maples was appointed interim chancellor at Missouri S&T in May. Leanne and I were given an opportunity to spend some time with him on campus and experience his unique leadership style.
Tell us about Chris Maples.
Wow, what's to say? I'm here, I would tell you my life's a random walk. I had no intention of becoming a university chancellor or president. Before I was here, I spent 8 years as president of Oregon Institute of Technology in Klamath Falls, Oregon. And just to give you a perspective, it's about half the size of S&T. No PhD programs, but master's programs, a lot of undergraduate, a lot of health-oriented programs, modalities in things like vascular and ultrasound and X-radiography, in addition to all the engineering that goes on at an undergraduate level. And, I had no real aspirations to be a university president or chancellor. I became a geologist so I could wear T-shirts and not go to meetings.
So you sort of winded up in this career.
I have. I was sort of headed this way. And one of the oddities about this is that my dad, who has passed away, he was a parasitology professor. And so just, as a sidebar, my mother still overcooks everything. And so as a parasitology professor, he hated administrators. He thought that they were Satan reincarnate. And so he did hospice at home. When he died at home, he was literally on his deathbed. And he says, "God, you were once an honorable member of the faculty, and now look at you."
Not what you want to hear from your father.
Yeah, he was giving me, it was good-natured guff, yeah. but he really didn't like administrators, and he didn't like what administrators did, and I got to hear his side of that a lot. And so for me, that was one of the things I hear him saying is, would he as a faculty member have appreciated what I'm trying to do or how I'm trying to do it?
Well, I know the University of Missouri Systems President Choi has called you an inclusive leader. Tell me about what that means for your work here on campus and also for the community of Rolla.
It means that I'm kind of extroverted. So for me, it's out and about. It's at meetings, it's at student events, it's at faculty events, it's at community events. It's being the external face of the university, the cheerleader, the knowledgeable person about what can we do, the person connecting the university with economic opportunities and development opportunities and things that make a university truly an integrated and included part of a region. That's how I really go at this.
Speaking of that, you were appointed for a one-year term, but there are 9 months of that left. Mm-hmm. What are your priorities in that 9 months to come?
Priorities in the remaining 9 months of my one-year term will probably be continue to set the tone at the university for increasing research, trying to set the tone to increase graduate student numbers and involvement, increasing the scholarly and overall creativity, productivity here at the university. And you see an example of that behind me. These are books that our faculty have written. It's just a few of them, and I'm collecting the books and putting them here for whoever comes in after me.
Well, you have quite a bit of literature here that's been written. You've got artwork in your office. Is it
from students and from faculty and the kinds of things that you might not think about when you think about Missouri S&T. Mm-hmm. But we have an awful lot to offer. And so a lot of the other things that I'm going to do during my 9 months here is really try to get us more on the radar for a lot of other places so that they think about us as, yes, a really top-notch engineering university, but one that also has this art, science, business kind of approach that goes with that creates a more rounded, better able to advance in wherever part of life that our engineering graduates go, better able to advance out of the basement and into corner offices.
Interim Chancellor, Dr. Christopher Maples, we thank you for your time.
Delighted. Thank you very much.
Matt, we'll send it back to you.
Some sad news to report from Missouri S&T, as a sophomore was killed in a traffic accident on August 29th. 19-year-old Nicolai Booker was studying biological sciences. His accident occurred after noon on Highway 63, 2 miles north of Vichy. According to the Highway Patrol, Booker's vehicle veered off the road and struck a rock bluff. He was airlifted to Columbia for treatment, where he was later pronounced dead. The Sinclair gas station in Rolla is still standing despite an afternoon fire on August 27th. According to Assistant Fire Chief Jeff Breen, a junction box containing a shorted-out wire was the cause. Managers responded quickly to prevent the fire from going out of control, and the building received no structural damage. On September 25th, the Lebanon City Council is expected to appoint Jared Carr as the new mayor. We caught up with Carr at his family business to discuss his vision for the city's future.
Jared, despite a technical glitch, it looks like you're going to be nominated and appointed as the next mayor of Lebanon. What prompted you to go for that position?
Well, I've lived here all my life, and am very proud to say I am from Lebanon, and proud to make it my hometown. I just found myself to be in that right spot at the right time, and I want to make a place to where my kids can grow up to, and I want to ensure that they come back and make Lebanon their home and community as well.
Well, why do you think you were chosen above the other four candidates?
First of all, I want to say that the other four, I think, were very well qualified, and I can't speak to why I was chosen exactly, but I feel very honored and privileged to be able to serve the community.
What is your personal history with the area?
Like I said before, I was born and raised here, lived here all my life, except for a small stint where I went to college. My grandpa started a company in 1970 that I work at with my family. We have wonderful employees and a really great community. So proud to say that I'm from Lebanon, and so proud to be a part of the Lebanon community.
Well, it sounds like it's been good to you. What are your priorities for the city of Lebanon?
I don't have a particular agenda coming into office, but I am willing and want to make Lebanon the greatest small town in America. And I really believe that we can, bringing together the city administrator, the staff of the city, the employees of the city council, and the citizens that Lebanon serves. Truly showing everybody around Southwest Missouri, throughout the state, throughout the country, that this really is a friendly place.
Well, you mentioned city government, and I know there's been a lot of instability there here in the city of Lebanon. Address that.
I think that's something that I would bring to the table, being able to work with the city administrator, the city council, the staff and employees of the city, and doing what's right for the citizens and doing what's right for Lebanon.
What would you say to the citizens of this city? What can they do in the next 6 months, year, to further the success of their city?
The city exists because of its people, and it's there to serve its people. And so if it's not doing what the citizens want, then they need to let me know or let somebody know in the city. And I think that is a very important thing for the next 6 months or even to a year, like you said, for the citizens to have their input and have their say in what direction they want to take Lebanon.
The mayoral appointment is only until April. Will you run for election at that time?
I have full intentions of serving the community of Lebanon as long as its citizens will have me serve.
Matt, back to you.
West Plains Bank and Trust Company is the sponsor of Cindy and the Newtones for Ozark Medical Center's 9th annual Blue Jean Ball. The band is slated to hit the stage at 7:30 on September 30th at the OMC Foundation's signature event. The Blue Jean Ball raises funds for programs and services that support the delivery of local health care. A West Plains man was arrested and held in the Howell County Jail before being extradited to Arkansas following an alleged armed robbery of Palace Drug Store in Mammoth Spring. 35-year-old Michael Bird was arrested August 26th on a warrant charging him with being a fugitive from out of state. He was extradited to Fulton County, Arkansas, where he is charged with the felonies of aggravated robbery, theft of property, and trafficking of a controlled substance. He is being held on a $100,000 bond. Week 2 of the Price Chopper Game of the Week took us to Lions Memorial Field for Bulldog Pride Night in Rolla. The annual tailgate event is organized by the Rolla Area Chamber of Commerce and sponsored by several area businesses before Rolla's first home game of the season. Fans collected free goodies, munched on snacks, and listened to Rolla's marching band before cheering on their Bulldogs to victory over the Kickapoo Chiefs. Fidelity Communications was there, offering a free DVD of the night's game to be drawn right now. All right, let's do this thing. Wow, there must be like 30 submissions in here. Now, I've not looked at these, I promise you. In fact, I'm going to hold my head up here. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? I have one. And the lucky winner is Dottie Cook. Dottie Cook. Dottie, congratulations. You are the winner of the free DVD from last Friday's game, Kickapoo and Rolla. We will send that DVD out to you as soon as we can. And thank you to everyone who participated. Speaking of the game of the week, we return to Lebanon on Friday as the Yellow Jackets look to retain the coveted Highway 5 trophy. That's right, Lebanon and Camdenton will renew their rivalry for the 2017 season, and you can see it live on Fidelity 6 at 7 p.m. I'm Matt Wacker. Thanks for watching the weekly recap, and I'll see you next time. The weekly recap is brought to you by Price Chopper, Cooking from Scratch, Travers Autoplex, the UPS Store of Rolla, Bayard Dodge of West Plains, and Falcon Floor Covering.